Today is going to be interesting. We've got to pull an entire rear end, a transmission, torque tube, and everything out of a C6 Corvette. And just like J. Cole said, I never did this before, no. So I don't know what the hell we're about to do. It's gonna be very interesting today, but a few more days almost. We're down to the count of how many days are left to enter in on Beep the Miata. Make sure you guys go to itsjust6.com/shop. Go grab your entries to win this car. It's gonna be sick. August 15th, I can't remember. I'm really bad at this, but hang on, let me look.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, when's the end date for the giveaway?
August 12th, I believe.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, bye. Until August 12th, you have time to enter in to get the Miata, but that is it. August 12th, deadline. And then we're gonna pick a winner. And then we're gonna fly him here. And then we're gonna spend the entire weekend with him. It's gonna be a blast. So make sure you guys go grab your entries, get in. We've got all brand new designs. They look minty, seriously nice. But anyways, as you guys saw in last video, we got the bead locks on the Mustang and lowered the car down onto the ground, which is freaking sick. We put Harry's stocks up front because I don't have my welds anymore. I gave them to Harry. And you know, I kind of don't have any wheels to put up front right now because my welds that are gonna be on the front are actually on back order, which really sucks, but we'll deal with it. We also put in the new K-member down here, which is the Steeda tubular front K-member, super lightweight, really nice and awesome in there. So can't wait. Now I'm just waiting on the remaining engine parts to be able to assemble that block and drop it all down into place. Everything's slowly but surely coming together, so it's gonna be sick. Anyways though, on this car we are gonna have to drop the entire transmission, everything, because as you guys know, whenever I just now went and got this car, it was a freaking nightmare. If you didn't see the video where we went and picked up the car, first off, click up above to go check it out. But what was even crazier about it is whenever we picked it up, we were driving back home and the transmission completely locked up. It was the craziest sound that I had ever heard in my entire life. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but if you missed that video of the transmission locking up and everything on the way home, click up above and check that out as well. It was interesting to say the least. So the car is now it has one gear. We did a basically first through sixth and neutral delete. So we've only got reverse now in the car. I don't know exactly how that happened or what is going on inside the transmission, but it bound up and locked up completely and it's now stuck in reverse, which is really strange. I don't know. Chevy and their transmissions, I don't know why they're like this, but that truck has had the most transmission issues and that truck doesn't even make that much power. This car is a bone stock car and the Mustang has been beat the hell out of with the stock Chinese piece of crap transmission that it came with, and look, it's still together, imagine that. But anyways though, last night me and Harry were doing some research on videos about pulling these transaxles out of the back of the car, and I think today is going to be our first attempt at trying to get it out. How you feel? Is it coming out? Harry says it's coming out, so we're getting it out. I guess without further ado, let's jump into pulling yet another transmission. What is probably gonna happen, but what I'm really not looking forward to, is pulling this plug, draining the fluid out, and seeing a bunch of metal chunks come out with it. That'd be really sad, but reality is that it's probably gonna happen. Bless you. Let's see what it looks like. Harry, there's like no fluid in here. Da-da-dum. Dum, dum. Another trans bites the dust. Da, dum, dum, dum. Chevy Trans really sucks. What? 4.2. 4.2 quarts. So it ran low on fluid, overheated, and completely locked up. All right, guys. Well, I guess we're gonna dive right in then and pull the trans and everything because the trans is blown. So I guess I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet, get online, and order some stuff. So damn it, man. This sucks. This sucks a whole ass. All right, so a little bit of an update. We got a lot of the stuff disconnected so far. There's something that I do want to mention. There is a lot of videos online about this, but not a lot of them actually show a lot of the tips and tricks of what you need to do to pull this out. So if you guys are watching this and you're looking to pull your transmission out of your Corvette, let me give you a few tips. So this brake caliper actually does not need to come off. This can stay on the car. If you follow the brake line, you'll see that the soft brake line goes right here to a junction point, which goes to a hard line behind here. Now this hard line actually runs down, and you can actually see the hard line right here, which comes from that passenger side brake caliper over there, and the hard line runs over and up. And if you're looking at the leaf right here, front bolt right here, if you follow that up, where I've got that blue rag at, you can see in there is a little fitting, and you've got to take that little nut off to be able to split the brake line there. And they put that little fitting there, that way you can split the brake line to be able to drop the cradle. And as far as this one goes, this one actually, the line does not go under the cradle, so all you got to do for this side is literally just pull the caliper off and set the caliper and hang it up over the brake duct right there, the air duct. Also, the brake lines mount to the cradle right here via a 10mm bolt, which is up there. So we had to take those 10mm bolts off, and then we can get the bracket off that holds the brake line onto the cradle. Also, last but not least, this is the last remaining thing that pretty much holds it on. You see this little e-brake cable right here. You've got to take that off of both calipers on both sides, and also the ABS connector right here. And once you take off the, well, that might be a wheel speed sensor actually, I'm not sure, but either way, take the connector off, take the line off, and that is the last two things that's got to go out. And you see that those actually go out there. So those will pull out the connectors from both sides, and we'll be able to drop the entire cradle down. Also, what we're gonna have to do, you guys see this upper control arm? That nut right there has got to come off, and we've got to split that. The upper control arm is going to stay on the car. And then after that, there's just going to be one subframe bolt here, one subframe bolt here. Well, actually it's a cradle. I don't know why I keep calling it subframe, but one right here and one right here. And then the entire rear cradle will be able to drop down as one whole piece. Now, the only catch here is that, yes, the cradle will be loose, but unfortunately it is connected to the torque tube. So to be able to disconnect the torque tube and everything, if you notice up here, we've got these transcooler lines right here. The transcooler lines do not have connectors that you can disconnect really quick and easy back here. So unfortunately what you've got to do is you've got to disconnect the transcooler lines right here. So the cooler lines are right here next to the block. A lot of times on these C6 Corvettes though, these cooler lines will actually be messed up. Luckily in our case, the E-clips and everything were good. So after we disconnect that and let those drain, we've got to pull the entire exhaust. And basically once we get the exhaust out of the way, you see that there is this little cover up here. Basically that cover is to protect the torque tube in case, I'm sure, it completely obliterates itself or whatever. You can still have a little bit of protection so it doesn't flip you, or I don't know really what it's for, but it's basically just a cover for the torque tube. But so basically the way that this works is the clutch and pilot bearing and everything is actually way up here. So we're gonna have to leave everything connected and actually pull the entire cradle down. God damn it. So the goal is to be able to lower the cradle down a bit, pull the entire torque tube out of the pilot bearing. The trans jack is hopefully going to be able to support the rear cradle, and we'll be supporting the front of the torque tube. So basically it's going to be a very long, huge piece. We're going to have the diff, the trans, and the torque tube all connected and be able to lower the entire thing down to the ground, hopefully. Once it's on the ground, we'll be able to diagnose the transmission and everything. So not too much left at all. This is actually not too terrible of a process. So whoever did this is a complete idiot, no offense, but they took the exhaust clamps and they literally tack welded it right here onto the exhaust. Yeah, just weld it on there. They'll never have to take that exhaust off. Ow. Why'd you let go of the trigger?
Because it's throwing shit at me.
Why didn't you got safety glasses on? Oh, I saw what happened. The end of the blade right here, it got caught inside of the pipe and yanked it out.
I got it. Okay, maybe not. That shook the fuck out of me. Got it.
Welcome to the It's Just a Six workshop, where we use wood blades to cut metal. All right, the exhaust is off. You know what that means, huh? Now we need Corsa headers and Corsa full exhaust and everything. It's about to be a whole race car. No, I'm joking. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's staying stock. Just Corsa headers, full exhaust.
Did you say that about the Mustang?
Maybe a blower cam.
Lower cam.
Maybe an A&A centrifugal supercharger. Maybe a Walboro 450. I don't know. I'm just thinking. All right, ready? Speed racer. Speed racer. Hey, fuck you. You ever seen somebody do it faster than this?
See what NASCAR.
Daniel, put a timer on mine, and then we're gonna let Harry do it. We're gonna see who can do it the faster. Whoever can do it. I'm focusing, man. Shut up. Daniel, what was my time? No. You can't bull that bullshit.
Hey, same.
Hell no. There you go. All right, ready and go. Oh, Oh, with the swiftness. You gotta talk. You can't sit there. I was sitting there talking. I don't know. Help me come up with a name for the car.
I already told you that.
Low Vist.
We power glide in the Corvette?
All right. No power glide in the Corvette?
No.
What you thinking? What trans should go in here? CR6060? What year?
2008, no?
Oh, okay. From who? RPM?
RPM stage 3.
RPM stage 3? Oh, you dropped them. I didn't drop mine. How come you dropping yours? And done. Who won, Daniel? We aren't even gonna be able to find out the results of who won until the video's edited. So we've got to put a ratchet strap under the oil pan basically to support the back of the engine, because what's going to happen is whenever we take the torque tube off, the engine is going to want to tilt backwards, but it will actually damage the composite, what do you call that, firewall, yeah, up there, whenever the engine tilts back. So we're trying to stop it from tilting too far. So we're putting the ratchet strap here to hopefully keep the engine forward. Corvette stuff, boys. Yeah. Alrighty, there is the last torque tube bolt. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. All we've got to do is disconnect the clutch line. Once we do that, then we can disconnect the 1, 2, 3, and 4 bolts off of the rear cradle, lower it down a little bit, and then we're going to separate the torque tube from the bell housing, split the clutch, and separate it and pull it all back. And then after that, we're gonna have to figure out how to pick up this entire rear cradle and everything off of the jack and move it out and lower it down onto the ground. Once it's on the ground, we'll be able to access everything and see what is going on here. All right, here we go. This is about to be the most interesting thing ever right here. Oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and you know, just cut the line. We're doing it. You might not like it. Yeah, we're cutting it. So anytime that you anytime that you replace a clutch or anything, it's always advised that you go ahead and replace it with a new throwout bearing and everything anyways. So we can't figure out where the disconnect is for that. I mean, I know where it's at, but we really can't get to it with the car up in the air. And I mean, they're
roasted.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get roasted. It's okay though. I really don't care. I don't understand why it would be something to roast about, because the throwout bearing needs to be replaced anyways. So why not just cut the line and save us some time?
Bam! Just all in your fucking face.
There we go, sir. We hit it with the eat. This is me right here. My Virginity Rock shirt.
No balls.
My $10 shorts. My no bull fucking shoes. That's all I need, bro. I just need my cars. I don't need clothes and shit. I don't need to look good. My cars just need to look good. That's all. No. All right, let's go. Come on, let's pull this shit. Come on, Harry. Come on, Harry. What you doing?
Ready,
what you doing? I'm been ready, boy. Let me tell you something. I bought this car and I was already ready to pull the trans. I was like, hell yeah, let's do
because
it.
he knew he had to pull the trans when he bought it.
So breaking down on the side of the road was all just part of the plan.
Yeah, that was planned.
That was all acting.
Everybody says that anyways about me. They say I planned all that. All right, you ready? Sliding it back. Okay, hold that. We're gonna rotate it down now.
Exhaust. I do not approve.
Boom. Ghetto exhaust out of the way. All right, we gotta push it back. You ready? Let me know when it's out to lower.
Start going down.
I don't see anything hung up right now. We're good.
Y'all keep looking up there and make sure
There's
nothing's
gonna
on.
be some stuff on the top of the torque tube. No, we're good. We're good. Everything's disconnected.
It's going slow.
2,
3. Oh, yeah.
Alright. Sit down, wash your hands.
Woo! Give me that. Woo! That right there is success, son. Holy hell, give me fucking 5. That was some shit. Everybody said we couldn't do it because this was our first time pulling a torque tube. They said it's gonna be so hard. Trust me, don't try to do it by yourself for the first time. It's gonna suck.
You know what? We're gonna take it apart right now, right here.
Look at our clutch in there. Oh yeah, worn out pressure plate. Well, it looks like we're gonna be getting more than just the transmission.
There's no reason to do a trans swap and then not do a clutch.
Yeah, for real. The trans in this is definitely a lot harder to pull than the trans in the Mustang.
There it goes.
There she goes. She's splitting open.
There we go.
Poe's got the entire torque tube. He's literally just walking with the whole ass torque tube.
Hey, there's a little bit of play.
No, there's something that I'm listening for. Hang on. Oh.
Look.
Oh. Okay, yeah, we definitely got to rebuild the torque tube too. It's locked, just
It's locked
accept
in
it.
every single gear.
Yeah.
In neutral.
This is fifth.
In neutral.
Yeah.
It's spinning, dog.
So what's broke?
I bet you a shift works.
Hang on. Hang on.
It wasn't spinning in
Hang on.
neutral until...
Hang on.
we
Be
got it out
quiet.
of
Be
the
quiet.
trailer.
Be quiet. Oh, there it goes. It bound up.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. And then watch. You go to third gear. It's locked up. 4th gear. This is the only gear that was working.
Yep. See, it's the only one spinning.
It's the only one that turns is reverse still. So is it safe to say the trans is gone?
Oh yeah, the trans is definitely gone.
I don't know how, but the transmission is gone in this car. So, well, actually, I lie. Yeah, I do know how. That's what the collection of oil. Yeah, metal gets hot and requires lubrication to cool it. This is our exhaust that came off of the car. This was a Corsa exhaust, as the ad listed.
Well, it says Corsa right here. I'm pretty sure Corsa didn't do that though.
It's Corsa tips.
They put Corsa tips.
Hey, Corsa was putting these speed these speed needles in there.
Oh yeah.
They actually do really well with the air.
Oh
like the
yeah.
Aerodynamics, it spins it at just a certain velocity.
Right.
I mean,
let me see it.
It makes it sound so great. It's also called a solid wire.
So like for welding is what you want to call it?
Yeah, this is what comes out of the welder.
I'm gonna grab some degreaser real quick. We're gonna coat this entire thing down because it is super freaking filthy. Like, did you see the whole exhaust shaking? Oh yeah, that looks good. It's like it's hung up on something, but I don't know what it's hung up on. So we just now looked up on a forum, and apparently up in here, in a little recess, there is a 3rd nut apparently somewhere in there. I don't know where.
This little tiny ass nut? 10 millimeter?
Yep, that's it right there. That is the end of the shaft for the transmission. Now how do we get it out? Oh no. Hang on, before we do this, hang on, let me, in case there's something in there that's gotta be lined up, let me just put 2 of them halfway in there before we start messing with this.
Pull the bolts out.
Y'all are wild and see.
You can't be scared of shit.
I'll get down there.
Yeah, I'm scared of everything with this thing. I've never worked on a Corvette before.
You didn't work on a Mustang either before you got it?
Yeah, but that's simple. This is like, this looks like a UFO in there. You see that? Oh. What happened to the big orange dead blow?
You sold it.
Are you serious? This is the best we got to work with. She's pissing everything.
Motherfucker.
I knew you weren't gonna be happy about that. He said, oh mother.
There we go.
That bitch was just seized up.
We just took apart the transmission. Oh. You smell how burnt it smells? What is all this? Oh. Oh, look at the bearing.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
That means that race is still up in there. That's where it was hung up. That thing got too hot.
Look at this. Look at that.
Isn't it, Harry?
Yeah.
That's what had it hung up, that bearing.
Nobody even knows I have this car for another week. We already blew the bitch up and take it apart. Legitimately, look at this.
They're welded on there. That's why those things are on there.
Check this out too. That is a lot of metal, I would say. Yep, that is what happens when you overheat a transmission right there. Alrighty guys, well, what a day, huh? I told you today was gonna be really interesting. I'm not sure whether to be happy that we found the problem or sad that we found what the problem is. Yeah, really unfortunate, really sad day. It really does suck a lot, especially being that I was super excited to have a new daily, but all sales are as is whenever you buy used cars, so I'm now stuck dealing with this. So kind of a bummer, but hey, hit the ground running, keep moving, things happen. All you gotta do is pick yourself back up and keep rolling, right? It really just, it could have happened at any point in time, but it's just crazy that it happened as soon as I get it. So good news is though, is that the rear diff looks perfectly fine. I don't think that there's any damage to the rear diff. It is also really nice that the diff, actually, hang on. Is the diff sealed from the trans? Yep. So we're gonna have to get a new transmission, but also, there it is. The stock shifter is completely worn and completely garbage as well, so it's gonna need a new shifter. And also, as you guys can see, this exhaust is not gonna work, and also they welded the clamps together, so we had to cut out the mid pipe, which is over here, but unfortunately I'm not welding this piece of shit back in there. We're looking at catless headers, we're looking at a double helix X pipe, hopefully from Corsa, we're looking at a full cat back from Corsa, also hopeful, and we're gonna have to get a new shifter, we're gonna have to get a new transmission, we're gonna have to get quite a few things. We're gonna have to rebuild the torque tube. While we're in there, we might as well, we actually already drained all the diff fluid, so we're gonna have to flush and replace the diff fluid. Also, since we already have it all taken apart and everything down there, we might as well just go ahead and throw in a new clutch and flywheel and everything, since it's, you know, we're already at this point. So unfortunately, it turns out that my cheap C6 Corvette was not so cheap after all, and in fact, it was actually really expensive. So This is about to get really expensive. Now the decision has to be made whether we want to go back with stock parts or if we want to go with built parts. We want to give this car away after it's fixed, make this car have a lot of power. I have no clue. Good news is though is that we got parts coming in for the Mustang hopefully next week, so we'll be assembling the new engine and everything, which to do that we've actually got to get the Corvette out of the way, so the decision's gonna have to be made actually pretty quickly. I guess we'll talk it over and figure it out. So anyways though, thank you guys so much for watching. If you don't mind, drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys next video. This sucks.
I'm all alone again, out of my own again, running from home again. You always telling me you can do better, shut up and show me then. I don't got time for this, I laid on the line for this, told you in confidence all of my secrets and all of my woes, you took all of my soul.